2 centuries of the world's 10% carbon emissions. Fast fashion. On April 24, 2013, a tragedy shook the world. The Rana Plaza factory in Bangladesh collapsed, killing over 1,100 garment workers and injuring thousands more. This 8-story building, which housed several garment factories, had been illegally extended and constructed using substandard materials. Its collapse raised urgent questions about the ethics of the fast fashion industry. To understand how we got here, we have to look back, way back, to the Industrial Revolution in the late 1700s and early 1800s. It marked a turning point in human history, the rise of industrial machinery, new innovations, and mass manufacturing. This era set the foundation for the modern world, and unfortunately, for the environmental and social costs that come with it. One major invention from this period? The sewing machine. Patented by Elias Howe Jr., it revolutionized garment production. Over time, sewing technology became faster, more efficient, and more reliable, fueling the birth of mass-produced clothing. While this innovation brought progress, it also introduced exploitation of both people and the planet. The sewing machine made it easier to produce garments at scale, which led to a decline in clothing quality. Originally, clothes were made from 100% cotton. But as demand grew, manufacturers began blending materials. The first blend? Silk and cotton, not too bad. But by 1891, rayon, a synthetic fiber, entered the scene. It was affordable and desirable for its durability and lightness. Then came polyester. Developed by British chemists in 1941 and brought to the US by DuPont, polyester boomed in popularity by the 1970s. As Apex Mills noted in 2025, polyester is durable, affordable, and low maintenance. Lightweight, quick drying, and exceptionally well retained in shape and color. As Lindsay Sparkman explained in The Devil Wears Polyester, every stage in polyester's life, from production to disposal, releases microfibers. These synthetic fibers enter waterways, disrupt ecosystems, and never biodegrade. Let's be clear, plastic pollution isn't just an ocean problem. It's a human problem. These fibers make their way into the water we drink. Supporting fast fashion is, knowingly or not, supporting pollution. So how did we get to this point? Let's revisit DuPont. Founded in 1802, DuPont began as a gunpowder manufacturer. They grew rapidly, supplying up to half the gunpowder used by the Union in the Civil War. By the 1920s, DuPont had shifted to materials science. They hired Wallace Carothers, who created synthetic rubber, the first polyester superpolymer, and, yes, nylon. Their innovations changed the fashion world. But at what cost? Fast fashion today uses over 8,000 synthetic chemicals in production. Some of these are carcinogenic. Factory workers, often underpaid and underprotected, are exposed to them daily. And DuPont? They've dumped wastewater contaminated with PFOA, a chemical that doesn't biodegrade and remains toxic indefinitely. In 2015, a woman was awarded $1.6 million after PFOA-contaminated water was found to have caused her kidney cancer. Big names in fast fashion: Zara, H&M, SHN, Forever 21, Urban Outfitters, Brandy Melville, and yes, Nike, are all part of this system. Their business models prioritize speed and low cost over ethics and sustainability. From chemical runoff polluting rivers, to non-biodegradable fabrics filling landfills and oceans, the environmental cost is astronomical. And all of it? Rooted in the same systems birthed during the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution is often praised for its technological breakthroughs, but we must also recognize the darker legacy it left behind, a culture of mass production and unchecked consumerism. This legacy fuels today's fast fashion industry, one that thrives on exploitation, cuts corners on quality, and causes irreversible harm to both people and the planet. Fast fashion exists because we keep buying into it, literally. Born from the Industrial Revolution's push for speed and efficiency, it now thrives on cheap labor, poor-quality materials, and a system that pollutes our planet with every purchase. But here's the truth: choosing to stop supporting fast fashion won't ruin your lifestyle, but it will help reshape an industry built on harm. One less haul, one more conscious decision, that's all it takes to start making a difference. So ask yourself, if you were to stop buying from fast fashion brands, how would your life be impacted?